we did really well defensively. I thought our three central defenders were brilliant. Diazy, Mavropanos, probably one of the best games I've seen him.
Only because the simple fact that, a draw was significant for us. Love that. And it was also probably significant for you.
I think what's interesting as well, actually, is probably the psychology, because you're looking at it as champions and a 9-point gap. I'm looking at it as a relegation and a 9-point gap. And I wonder if it's more like, because I'm worried that was, that's what the fans love, putting your body on the line. He's a big guy.
Putting your body on the line. He got sniped out.
But I mean, Haaland's connected.
This picture does it justice. I will send it to you. But it's like the ball is completely flat to his face. GG,
man, that shit go crazy.
Took my time and got it right.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you're watching around the world, once again, this is One Way Football's one-on-one Fantoq, and today brought to you with the one and only Izzy Rascal back in the hizzle bizzle. Come on, you irons. Hizzle bizzle.
Drizzling.
And the drizzling.
West Ham are doing quite well, so I'm very happy with that.
They're doing all right. Not as probably as much as I would like them to probably do. Because the simple fact that, a draw was significant for us. Love that. And it was also probably significant for you as well. Probably could have touched on base a little bit more because you were all over them that game against City.
Well, I mean, the emphasis was on them to kind of break us down. And I thought we did really well defensively. I thought our three central defenders were brilliant. Diazy, Mavropanos, probably one of the best games I've seen him play. And Todibo, I thought we really, really did a good job of stifling them. The emphasis was on them to kind of break us down, but they didn't really offer too much. So in that sense, we were good. Didn't offer too much offensively, but I think we were well worthy of our point.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was watching the game and not having much hope going into it.
No,
I mean, because we won our game, it was a bit like, yeah, okay, then, so we've done our job now. We're still 7 points. Now, let's see what they can do. Do you know what I mean? And, getting that I thought, to be fair, the first hour of me watching you were all over them. I was like, wow, the first half, you were just immense. You were all over him. Even though you conceded that first goal, I was like, I still thought you was the better team, to be fair.
Well, I thought we responded brilliantly and quickly because against them, it's very easy to just sit back. And that's what I was happy with. And once we got back to an even kill, I just felt we were in a good position, to command the kind of defensive, strategy. Because again, with Man City, I don't know, you don't like doing that, but if you try and push on against them with our team, I just feel tactically it was the right approach, and to get a point off them, ecstatic about. I didn't really give us much chance, if I'm honest, after we lost to Liverpool, and another tough game with City.
Did you go to the game?
I went to the cup game. I went to the we had the cup game prior against Brentford. I went to that one, which was on the Monday, and obviously that was a euphoric thing to go and get through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. It was brilliant.
So just touching base, staying on the City game. Obviously, there's other teams around you. You've been looking at what they were doing as well. It was kind of a good result for everyone, I would say, because no one lost. The teams that you want to, you kind of be looking on. You've been pushed back down into the relegation zone again.
Yeah.
Is it this part of time of the where you go now? Now is the time. Now we need to start pushing out the results. We can't. A draw is no good.
Well, the thing is, James, I mean, in terms of form, we've been, that's what I mean. I think the last 6 games we've either won or drew. So we haven't lost, which is fantastic. And let's not, I think actually, sorry, we did lose because we lost to Liverpool. But in the last, our form has been pretty much win, draw, and the loss. So form-wise, to be where we are in the league, which is 18th, what were we? Were we like 5 points off a couple of weeks back? I think we've done a
Yeah,
great job. Tough
yeah, you
fixtures
have
we
done a
have.
great job to close the gap up. Yeah,
But my stance from back then was, it's going to be really tough. And even though we've done so well, we are still in relegation, albeit it's 1 point, it's goal difference. But this is the fine margins, and I think we've done. Yeah, I think we've exceeded my expectations in terms of picking up some very important results. And long may it continue. The tough games are still coming, and the games are running out. And also, you've got to think that Tottenham actually go to Forest, I think, this weekend. So I mean, what a
yeah,
massive game that is! Yeah, and you would expect there's going to be a winner out of that. I can't see it being a draw. Don't know which way it's going to go, but I watched Tottenham versus Liverpool. Thought Tottenham did well, but similarly, Man City v us. I didn't think Man City going for a title. They wasn't like kind of
they looked deflated,
like
didn't they?
yeah. They kind of weren't approaching the game as like going for it. I felt, and I thought it was a bit similar with Liverpool. Liverpool trying to get Champions League. I thought Tottenham did a good job against them. I've also seen Forest play recently, and they've got a bit of bite about them. So I really don't know where it's going to go. Obviously, I want West Ham to get out of it, but we're probably going to have to take a loss at some point. We've got a tough
Yeah,
game against Villa, and we're in the FA Cup still. Those guys are still in Europe, so I'm hoping that adds a bit to it. There's a lot of factors to it still to go, I think, James, to be honest with you.
yeah, of course. I mean, it to me. I'm finding it to be like them kind of games. I mean, right? So draw. It's that I feel like City have had a bit of a hard time with teams because they've had back-to-back teams that have been in relegation form. So and it's so hard to play them teams. So it couldn't have come at a better time for Arsenal, for playing
Yeah,
News and playing Forest, because they're really scrapping and teams know that they've got to really fight now to stay up. And
and that's
Tottenham know it as well against Liverpool.
yeah.
Um,
And they did very well, I thought, Tottenham under the circumstances. No
yeah,
Romero, no Van der Ven, and but then again, you look at Liverpool and say, well, they didn't really, similarly like a Man City, they didn't really put them under too much. They kind, I think Carragher said they kind of were sleepwalking through the game, and that's what I felt. But credit
yeah,
Tottenham, they needed the point, annoyingly.
yeah, of course. I mean, so I looked at the game and I was thinking Haaland's going to knock like a hat trick against them or something. My fears like towards the end of the season because I've been like the past 4 seasons been I've now it's indulged inside me to think that City are going to just go out and knock teams like yourselves. No offense to United, West Ham, but
Yeah,
that's how I think now. That they're going to go on an unbeaten run for the next like 8 games. That's what they usually do. This
yeah,
case, it's not.
it
But
hasn't
this is
happened.
what I mean. When you play them, though, it's not the City of old. You can tell it's not the City of old. They're not that. And for West Ham to kind of not walk over them, but really give it to them, something's not right there at City.
Yeah, I've never felt that confident with that team of Pep's. Like, fair enough. Bernardo Silva scored a goal. I really think he's I don't really rate him.
Coming to
He
the,
had
he's
his
probably
time.
coming to the end. To be fair, like
Yeah, and when you just think of your Torres, your David Silvas, your Aguero, these were like top quality players. And when I look at the team now, with the respect of Ireland and only really Ireland, obviously you've got Mamouche, you've got all these sort of young players, Foden's still there, but they're not
yeah,
really. I always feel they're like either very, very good players, but they're not that kind of elite. Your Torre, your Aguero. I don't feel they're that level, and I
yeah,
think that shows in why they're not going on that 8 game run. I think Pep maybe needs to change his mentality a little bit. I don't really know what his mentality is anymore, but these kind of fringe players, your Doku's, your Grealish, who ain't there anymore. Obviously, he's at Everton, but it just hasn't worked out. I don't know what he's
yeah.
been trying to do, but I don't think it's been successful.
Let's just touch up on while we're talking about managers on Nuno. Is he now starting to shine for like West Ham a little bit now? Is he starting to get into gear a little bit now and get the way he wants the players to play?
Yeah, credit to him. I think he's done very well in adopting certain tactics in certain matches. I think that's very good. And also, I like the way that we haven't gone too defensive or too defensive at different times. Like
Yeah.
he'll leave it long enough, and then we'll adopt the defensive approach. I think against Man City was the right tactics. Liverpool, it's just one of them games. I think that we just didn't gel.
I mean, he
They were
seems to be
very
getting it right in some sense because obviously in that game, looking at the stats with against City, like you had 29% possession. They had 71. So like it looks like you were better off the ball, to be fair, than you was
Yeah, that's
on.
what I mean. A lot of hard work defensively, looked quite solid. And also going to the cup game, I said to a friend of mine that I wanted to see some changes. We saw Traore play, we saw Kanté play in midfield, and I really liked the fact that Nuno swapped it around because the only sad thing was I don't really know the ins and outs of the injury to Somerville.
Yeah,
Because he obviously didn't play against City and he was injured in the cup game. But I like the fact that he mixed it up enough and we saw a bit of Traore against Man City. And that's what it's all about. I think he's finding the right system and he's diverse enough to adapt that, like tweak it depending on who our opponents are. And I don't want to see us do that against games we've got to win as well. So we've got Villa next. But yeah, I don't know if I've really answered your question, but I'm a bit jury's still out for me on Nuno. He is a defensive manager. He's done some good things recently. I just felt, maybe when he first came in, he was very fiddly with the team. He was trying crazy things. I think he was playing players out of position, but maybe now he's got a bit of rhythm and that's paying dividends and we're on a bit of form.
yeah, and that's what you're looking forward to is to get a result like that with City.
Oh,
I mean,
fantastic.
yeah, that's what you want to see in a team, especially when you're fighting at the dog end of the table, scrapping like. And I recently, I don't know if you've seen it, I did a video with Johnny for the Spurs for Tottenham.
I saw that you'd done one, but I hadn't had a
Yeah,
chance to look at it. Yeah.
so he reckons he's staying up. That he reckons that. I mean, for a stature of Tottenham, you'd probably favour them to stay up anyway, and that was a crucial lifeline for them. I said to him on against yesterday against Liverpool. No, yesterday, day before, sorry, against Liverpool.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
there
very
could
frustrating.
actually be the defining moment, really. That because they got 1 point now.
But saying that, they go to Forest next, and if Forest beat them, then
Well,
they're in.
this yeah, well,
That,
that's yeah,
but
yeah.
I agree with you and him in the sense that it's Tottenham, right? They've got this stature that I think they'll be fine, but they're the worst form team in the league. They've got a plethora of injuries, so it might not be as easy as perhaps people think. I still think they'll be okay, but if Forest get a result against them, then it puts it more them and us. I think we'll struggle against Villa. I think it'll be a tough game for us, but these games are coming thick and fast, and there's going to be many because there's only 1 point in it, and the goal difference. I think it's
Yeah,
going to change a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I kind of hope that Tottenham ain't all right, but I
I
guess we'll have
mean,
to wait
I
and see.
hate to say this, mate. I really do hate to say this, but looking at your fixtures, right? Okay, so you've got Villa not on great form, Leeds in the cup, then you've got Wolves bottom of the table.
Who have beat us twice?
Yeah,
They beat us
yeah.
in the
It's
cup, beat us in the league, so
well,
we do
I'd say
revenge.
cups are different though. Cups are different. We kind of got to push that aside. The cups are different, but you kind of know Wolves know that they're going down. I don't think that
True.
there's no kind of hope there. I don't think.
We
Um,
cannot let them do the treble against us. I fully
no.
expect us to get our revenge against them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Crystal Palace, Everton, Brentford. I mean, they're kind of you know mid-table teams. It's you don't really know where that's going to go. You know,
But
I
Brentford, I think, are seventh, so they're going to try
oh,
and
so
want to
they're
get
still
into that.
fighting for Europe. Yeah, it could be a
Yeah,
tough game that one. Um, Newcastle, bad form again, and then Leeds. But I seen then. Oh, sorry. Before in between all that, which because I missed the defining moment that could win a potentially we on that day win us the title is against Hughes and maybe put you down as well. So it's I feel like Arsenal, and not to be big headed or anything, we're kind of puppeteering this whole league at the moment.
but I've got to be honest. I think a lot of the challengers, the so-called challengers, have been poor.
Yeah, they
Man
have.
City have not been at it. Not
Yeah,
take anything away from Arsenal, but you've got to just look at the Champions League results.
yeah,
Chelsea getting
it's
battered by PSG. I think it kind of sums up that they've not been at the races really. A lot of these challengers, and fair play to Arsenal. You've been the best team. I felt you've been the
yeah. I
best team
mean,
all the way
like I
through it.
say, you got to go out there and do the job, haven't you? You can't.
Yeah,
It's all right. People saying, "Oh, it's been the most poorest season and everything," and da da da. But that's not Arsenal's fault. The other teams have been bad. It's just we've just been on form, like, and getting results out. Some catchy results, but I think
but it's
if you
also as well. It's a testament of champions to because you've not kind of sailed through a lot of the results. You've had
no, we
times
haven't.
to come
That's what I'm
out.
saying. Yeah, it's not been the best, but it's been it's been okay. Like getting the results that we need. I mean, we haven't lost the game since the United game, and that was a month ago or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've
Um,
been doing the business and getting the results, but like I say, I think that yeah, I don't think that's a negative. I think that's a good thing because it shows that
yeah.
you're able to win in different ways. Okay, it isn't always pretty, it isn't always going to railroad teams 4-0, but I think that yeah, I think Arsenal have got the best squad, and I think
So
it's a foregone conclusion.
yeah, like I say, I think if it stays towards when you come up to us, it could go either way. You could be safe. We don't know how Tottenham are going to react. We don't know how, like Forest, like you say, the Forest and Tottenham next.
It's a
That's
big
obviously
game,
going to play
big
a
game.
crucial role. Yeah, I don't think though. When you say sometimes that the league has not been that great, but when you look at the league table now, I've been saying this like for a while now. You've got a title race, potentially a title race, because we know what City can do. If and this all depends on what happens with the cups and Champions League tonight. Um, if someone gets knocked out, they might go right. Let's go for it now. Just storm like pillage the whole like rest of the league. Like now you've got a race for the top four as well, and you've also got a relegation battle at the other end. And I think that is probably the most interesting league we've had in a while. Rather than it be three teams that we know, right, they're done, they're gone. You've actually got a battle on your hands at the bottom, a battle on your hands for Europe, probably mid-table as well for seventh and that, and also you've got fourth battle and you've got a title race. So it's not been an amazing as performances, but I think
I,
it's panned out nicely for an entertaining end.
Yeah, I agree with you in terms of the relegation in the European places. It's that's still interesting.
Mm,
I don't see Man City doing anything. I think it's done for me, especially after that draw. Again, unless you somehow lose games, which I can't see
mm,
happening either. I really do feel that that's done and dusted.
yeah,
Depending on how close it is. Yeah, if you lose one, they maybe win one. It could make it a bit more close and exciting. But
yeah. I've had the
yeah,
light
like I say,
malfunction. My light's gone out.
oh, I see.
But you can still
You,
see me, so it don't really
you,
matter.
you paid the electric.
I know, yeah, I need to put another 2p in the meter.
Get the candles on.
That's it,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think as challengers, it hasn't really been. I think it's not that it's not made the league interesting, but I just feel you've always been ahead quite comfortably. Okay, you've had a couple of results that have made them close the gap, but
Yeah.
I just think their team is not as robust as Arsenal.
Mhm.
They're just not.
Yeah.
And I
It,
don't feel they're going to do anything now.
but either way, I think it is panning out to be a good and entertaining. Like for all we know, the relegation battle that you're in at the moment could go to the dying end, could go to the very end of the season, which
Yeah.
is so entertaining to see. We could have it already, like wrapped up, but then at least we've got something else to look forward to watch. Yeah, it makes it either way. You've got an end to an end. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, you don't want the league all done and dusted with 7 games to go, and people are just kind of like playing the numbers. Obviously, wouldn't want us to be in the position we're in, but we are, and I just hope. And there's also some other teams involved as well. We ain't mentioned Leeds or Palace;
yeah,
they're not quite out of it either. So really, it's a 5-team thing, but there's a lot of teams that have to play each other, and I think once those results clear, it will make things a bit more clear who's involved actually in the relegation battle. But yeah, I would consider the 5 teams there. obviously we're occupying that relegation spot at the moment, but I think
think
that
Burnley can still get into a safe zone,
that's
or
another thing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule. Was it 6 points behind today or 9? Is it
the 9 points behind? Yeah.
9 points behind? So yeah, I would never be so confident
And this
to
is what
just.
I say though, because we're talking about 9 points now, but it's still 9 points at the top. Do you know what I mean? So I truly think that the league at the top end isn't over, and obviously the league at the bottom end isn't over with Burnley. Like 9 points is nothing. That's 3 games. You know what I mean, you've only got to draw two, lose one or whatever. It just
I think what's interesting as well, actually, is probably the psychology because you're looking at it as champions and a 9 point gap. I'm looking at it as a relegation and a 9 point gap. And I wonder if it's more like because I'm worried and I'm like confident fully. I want to look behind my shoulder and see where Burnley are. I'm conscientious of that 9 point gap don't seem so big. And for you as an Arsenal fan, I think it could be similar. That 9 point gap don't seem so big, and you're looking
yeah,
over your shoulder as well.
that's how I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's becoming like that for me. That I see I've seen it where we've been 12 points ahead of City, and even still managed to catch us up to the last day of the season and win the league. So
So
I'm not.
this is a kind of like you're harkening back to that. But again, I'd argue just that team was so much better than the one they've got now. But yeah, I can understand your like cautiousness about it.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, and like as you say, coming like from a West Ham fan, if you're still in that zone, um, towards the end of the season, you've really got to be worried, don't you? You know,
Yeah, I think the team have done brilliantly to get to where they are, which is still in relegation. But you've got to think we were way off it, bad form, didn't really have a structural formation or
yeah,
kind of identity. And I think that now we have things look a little bit more promising. But my stance from weeks back was still it's going to be difficult, and it still is going to be difficult. Our goal difference is far inferior to Forest, so we've got to get a point more. A point if we are on the same points, we'll go down. If you're talking about Forest being that team above us, of course. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but there's been some great signs, and I think there's also a feeling from the fans that the team are trying, and yeah, you can't ask for much more than that.
yeah. I mean, sorry, I'm just going to try and work this light because it's doing nothing. But I mean, I don't think an actual video that goes by when we do a video together that something
I
doesn't
was
go wrong.
I was thinking that, yeah. I mean, there's always some technical issue, but
It
I think
always is, isn't there?
yeah, there is. Yes, it's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, I think we do a good job of manoeuvring through them.
Yeah, yeah, we try and hide it as best as we can, but we probably don't do a good job of that. Like, to be fair,
No.
look at these two numpties. Like, they can't even get like, cameras are working or a light. How many guys it gets to change a light bulb?
The next time I do a live with you, I'll be upside down. Be like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
does that work?
yeah.
Why's my screen upside down?
Well, I mean, for those people that don't know as well, before we started recording, we didn't even have a camera like visual on
No,
Izzy.
that was on my
But we had a
part.
good
That was
start
on my
already.
part. I set the precedence. It's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
going to go downhill.
you set the bar, yeah. It's going to be interesting as well, like looking forward, sorry, to like we just said about the last game of the season, that you play Leeds as well, which that could
Yeah,
be a
there is.
massive thing as well. Like, so if it did go to the last end of the season, you got to play Leeds. Imagine that, you know,
And we got
one has to go, like,
yeah, it could be. I think Leeds have been. I think I said this in previous videos. They've kept sort of arm's distance. Okay, they're still in the conversation, but I think
yeah.
Leeds will be okay at the end of it. But yeah, whether we will be is another thing, and they could, yeah, potentially relegate us depending on how well we do or where we are. But Leeds are no mugs. Like a tough team. Like all these teams in the league, they all offer something different. This is why Man City are drawing with us. This is why Liverpool lose to Wolves and all that sort of stuff. So there's different difficulties that teams have got to overcome, and the diversity of the play makes the league what it is. An exciting
Mhm.
league.
Is there still any faults in the team that you like kind of look on and go, oh, I really wish he would just sort that out, like, or when you like not like you see something that hasn't changed since Nuno's been there, and you just go, come on, change that, or
I've got to be honest. I'm not a big fan of Tatty. I think some of the fans are, but for me, I don't know how much we paid for him. I don't know, I think it was like 25 mil or something. Okay, we got rid of Paqueta. We brought in Tati and Pablo. Now, I'm glad Paqueta's gone. I said this before. It's probably a better changing room environment because we've got these two new players. But Tati is not really doing enough for me at the moment. He's had a few games. He puts himself about a bit. There's a bit of a headless chicken vibe I'm getting from him.
Yeah.
And that is something that I've not heard any other fan really talk about. They're kind of just happy he's there, but I'm not seeing enough from him.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got Wilson on the bench now. Wilson started the game a couple of games ago. I think it was. I can't remember if it was the cup game or whatever. And he was really bad. I'd like to see Wilson get another chance at starting the game because I think he's just a better striker. And then another factor is Hermansen is our goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Who's very, very good at distribution, very, very good at shot stopping. But for crosses, I promise, and again, I've not heard anyone really mention this. He does not come off his line for a cross. If you watch us play and he's in goal, he is very much on his line. Now, Silva chipped him on when we played City and scored a goal from a bit of an acute angle. And then I think there was a game where there was a free kick. I don't know if it was the same game or not. And he was again struggling to kind of save the ball.
Oh, we got a light.
Let there be light. Yeah. But yeah, for me, there's a question mark about him. I think for corners we look very susceptible, and I'm worried about that element moving forward. So there's a benefit for swapping Areola. Areola's distribution is shocking. Hermansen's is good, but then I think Areola is a little bit better on crossing. So there's these fine little things. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit particular about this stuff, but I think like with Tottenham's goalkeeper issue, they mentioned like that both like Kinksky or whatever his name is had a horrendous Champions League situation, and then they went back to Vicario, who arguably let in a weak free kick. I think we've got a little bit of a similar problem, but very under the radar. I don't think a lot of fans or anyone will notice that difference, but I have, and I think Hermansen, I'm a little bit concerned about that. So to answer your question, I think Nuno's done a good job. He's kind of found the formation, but I've got question marks about Tati. I don't think he offers us enough.
Right, yeah. There's still a lot of work to do at West Ham. And I think if you manage to stay up, they've got to really like look into the transfer window and really move her about, because this hasn't like just been like a rare thing. West Ham have been fighting in a relegation battle for the last 2 or 3 seasons now. It's not. It's
it's frustrating as a fan, but also as well, James. You mentioned about the transfer. Even if we do stay up, I don't know if you heard about the financial situation with the club. It's not looking too good either. So there's talk of selling players before we even consider about strengthening the squad. So this is another concern of mine. In terms of the sellable assets who the club would look to get rid of if we do stay up, even if we get relegated. That is a worry for me, because you think you stay up, how are we going to progress? Well, already there's a negative connotation about selling players. So that don't sound like progression to me. And again, it comes back to the investment, and it comes back to the poor recruitment that puts us in that kind of position, which is why the fans are still showing their red cards at matches and want the ball out, basically. So even if we do survive, we've got to then deal with the issue of, can we strengthen the squad, or do we even have the finances to?
yeah, exactly. Can I just give a massive shout out to Mavropanos, by the way?
Give it a shout out to him.
What?
Respect him.
Arsene Wenger, he's still doing his little bits like that that block with his face. By the way, just seen a picture now of it. Wow, his face actually goes flat, and the ball's like flat as well. Like,
I mean, you might have to send me that photo because I haven't seen it. But when I
I
was
don't know
watching
if I can just like probably just quickly just show you on my phone. Maybe if I don't know if it'll be too
maybe you
light.
can.
Wait,
It probably
oh wait, there we go.
Oh,
Oh
there it
wait,
is.
oh it's not gonna be. There you go.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
Oh.
and that was, that's what the fans love, putting your body on the line. He's a big
Putting
guy.
your body on the line. He got sniped out.
But I mean, Haaland connected.
I don't know how this picture does it justice. I will send it to you. But it's like the ball is completely flat to his face. Like, I mean, but yeah,
It's like a
ex-Arsenal
football
player.
facial.
doing bits for us to progress and win that league.
Well,
Like,
well, like I say, I mean, I haven't been his biggest fan, but he played brilliantly, like all the back three did. But that, yeah, in real time, Haaland connected with that ball so sweetly. I mean, yeah, his face could have been anywhere else on that pitch, but it was right where that trajectory of the ball was. And
yeah,
fair
yeah,
play. I mean, he went down, but he carried on. He needed a minute, but he carried on, and that's what we want to see and love to
yeah.
see.
That
People
is
getting
that's.
a football volleyed in their face, but just that putting your body on the line, for the
You
cause.
put, yeah, you will. We break. Well done. You like nearly died doing it, but
Yeah. Well, you got to bleed claret and blue as well as actual blood for West Ham. So.
but yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah.
Also, what I was going to say then that why with that kind of that there is like with the Forest game as well. It was the same kind of thing when it came off the line and my heart stopped and stuff like that. I know it's like coming off his face, and it's. I've been in that scenario when I was younger, and it was freezing cold, and I got knocked out by a
Oh,
ball before.
those
It's
stingers.
yeah, no, I was like flat out on the floor, like.
Mate,
Um,
same thing happened to me. There was a guy who couldn't kick a ball for his life. We were playing like five-a-side, and I sort of fell in front of the ball, and he's never hit a ball so sweetly. The unfortunate thing was my face was in the way, and I got a nice cold stinger as well.
but yeah,
So
I praise you, Mavropanos. I praise you. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you for your big head getting in the way.
we thank
But
him too. We thank him too.
yeah, exactly. But look, now it's come to this part of the time where we are running out of time. It's gone really quick. This one, that's really gone really
Always
quick.
goes, always goes quick. These doesn't
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
30 minutes. That's for sure.
No, no. So let's go through our predictions. We'll leave the cup game out of the way.
Okay.
I feel that's more exciting just to watch and let it happen and unfold rather than
Yeah.
give out predictions and be sad about it.
We're gonna win
So
anyway, James.
yeah. So let's kick off with our 5 games in the Premier League. Let's see how many points we can get out of the next couple of games. I should really keep cap of these, so next time when we do a video, we can see how many points you did get. I can't
I
remember
thought
what it was last time.
I think I said we would beat Liverpool, but yeah, we got battered. So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we shouldn't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
again.
I think as well. Did you play Sunderland? Or... No, that was ages ago. I'm thinking well away. So let's quickly get into it. Aston Villa away.
Yeah, in bad form, like you said. I would
The
say
the prob the thing is though, do you play before Tottenham and Forest or
yeah. So we played before them this week, but this week I think we play before them again, but I'm not 100% sure. In any
what?
case, I think I'm going to go a 1-0 Villa win.
1-0 Villa win? Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
no points so far. And then you've got Wolves. Wolves at home.
Got to get revenge. I don't want to have a loss there. We are going 2-0 win.
2-0 win. Crystal Palace.
I think we can beat them 2-1.
Yeah, okay. So we've got 6 points on the board so far. Considering how the games go, this could push you out of the relegation zone so far.
Could do.
Um,
Yep, could do.
Everton
I think
at
that's going to be
home.
a tough one. Yeah, I think that's going to be what West Ham are at home.
West Ham
Or
are at home, yeah.
yeah, just the fact the Moyes element. I feel that could
And
be a
this is like
draw.
squeaky bum time now. So you kind of we're getting to the dying end of the season. So
I,
after that one, you've only got 4 games left.
yeah, I hate returning managers and returning players, but I'd say draw.
The
I'll go
draw.
0-0. Go 0-0.
7 points on the board. And last one before the Arsenal one, so we'll do a preview of that one as well. I'm hoping by that time we've got the league wrapped up, definitely. And it'll just be down to. So then, in a sense, then if we lose to you, it doesn't really matter if we've got the league wrapped up and you can get some points, stay up, and Tottenham go
Oh,
down. Hey!
that would be brilliant. That would be brilliant.
Arsenal just like that. Tottenham, the hands of Tottenham are like the fate of Tottenham are in our hands. What shall we do? I'll tell you what. We'll let West Ham score about 5 goals.
Mate, that would be sweet. I obviously don't condone that kind of thing, but it would be good nevertheless.
If we just get to that game and we're just looking
Yeah.
at it, and all you need is like a point or something, mate, and we've already
Oh,
got the league wrapped up. I'll be like, you know what, lads? Take it away.
You probably field a weakened team, and we wouldn't we'll end up losing still or something, or you'd get ready. It'd be one of them games, where we just can't get the ball in the net or something.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
before that, let's talk about the Brentford game quickly. What's your prediction on that?
I feel another draw,
A
just
draw. So
because
it's,
we beat them in
it's
the
got 8
cup.
points on the board by that time. Considering how other games go, like we say, it's a good. That's probably a nice, healthy 8 points that you're looking at. You've only
But
put one loss in that.
what I would say, I do. Obviously, if we've just gone through the predictions, I ain't going to change it. But I do think there is another loss potential in those 4 games after the first loss against
Yeah,
Villa.
yeah, yeah.
But because it's just tough, James, to predict these outcomes. But I think with Moyes, Everton draw, and I think with Brentford beating them in the cup, I feel that could be another draw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, look, listen, that's all we've got time for on one-on-one fan talk with our main man, Izzy Rascal, talking about his beloved club, the Irons. Go on, you West Ham.
Oh,
You West Ham. You West Ham. Pie and liquor, mate. Pie and liquor.
love a bit of pie liquor.
Pie and liquor. Do
Free
you have, do
pie.
you have, do you have ills?
No, I mean I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
But pie mash all the way, but not
Pie
liquor.
mash and liquor. What is the liquor? I've never had the liquor before. Is it just
Mate,
like
you've
vinegar
got to.
liquor?
No, it's like a paisley sauce.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, it's lovely. Bit of
Oh,
salt,
right, okay.
vinegar,
All right.
bit of pepper on the pies. Mate, you've got next time Arsenal play West Ham,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got to sort it out. Got to
Well,
get
what
some
I'll
pie
do
mash
is as
down there.
well when if we do win the league and I go down to Parade, I'll find a calf that does it and I'll give it
Yeah.
I'll give it a rating for my first time
Yeah.
ever having pie and mash and liquor.
What would you go for? Would you go 2 pies and 2 mash, or 2 pies,
Yeah,
1
yeah, all
mash,
day long. Yeah, yeah. With this gut,
or 2
of
pies?
course I would. No,
Love that.
listen,
Love that.
thank you very much for coming on, Izzy. It's a pleasure having
Oh,
you
you're
on as
welcome, mate.
always. Don't forget, I'm going to put a link in the comments below to his TikTok account. Brilliant, brilliant stuff on there. Really entertaining.
Thanks, man.
And oh, by the way, quickly before I've only got a couple more minutes left. Who won the 100 women thing?
It was, I think it was
What's it
Malala
called? The 100
Yousafzai.
best women or something like that in the world, or
Yeah, based on a specific set of Izzy Rascal
that's
criteria.
right. Because the last time he was
Malala,
on here, you said he had a couple left, didn't you? A couple of spaces.
yeah, Malala Yousafzai won it, who I believe won
Who?
the Nobel
Who's
Peace
that?
Prize.
Who's that?
Yeah, I mean, you would know her if you saw her, but from the
Right.
name, I wasn't too sure it was. But what you would know her, she's quite a
Is she an
recognisable
actor
face.
or?
No, she won the. I think she basically won the Nobel Peace Prize, I believe. Yeah,
Was there any Olympians in there?
there was. Simone Biles was one. I've got to do the video of it, but yeah,
Yeah,
Simone
yeah.
Biles was 18th. I think there was another Olympian, but I
I
didn't watch
I would
the
have gone for an
Olympics.
Olympian or a boxer or something, probably to it. Like I don't know.
You'll be surprised. There was a lot of sports people, but a lot of the women's football team, but they were kind of at the lower end of
Yeah.
like the six. I think sort of 66 to 90. There wasn't many Olympians or sports people near the top. It was mainly your musicians and your movie
Really?
stars. Yeah,
Not even many of the lionesses in there as well.
there was a few, but then based on the vote, some of them didn't make the top 100.
Really? Top 100? Didn't even.
Yeah,
Oh wow! And
it was very
back to back
interesting.
European trophies. By the way, these
I
women that are
know.
coming on your live, they don't know. They don't know.
No,
They're like
it's
but
very contentious and very
yeah.
a lot of opinions
But
flying around, James.
listen, that's all we got time for, mate. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, like and subscribe the video, and we shall see you for another one of West Ham's one-on-one fan talk. Thank you very much, mate. Take care.
Cheers, mate. You too. Take care. Bye.